Hi, friends of Solar Body Alchemy. How are you? It's me, Valentina from Dublin.
And it's Kate from England.
We are back this evening as we promised you last week, and we have a very exciting theme planned. And since we are still in the season of Scorpio, and one of the main themes for Scorpio is secrets, we are going to talk about secrets, what they mean, and especially trying to explore them from a very scorpionic point of view, i.e., deceit, betrayal, everything that is connected with secrets. So, Kate, if you want to start, the conversation, tell us a little bit more about Scorpio and secrets.
Yeah, so we're in Scorpio season. And Scorpio rules over the eighth house, it governs death, rebirth, sex, regeneration, all the taboo subjects, and often what's in the sort of family history. Um, and the energy of Scorpio is that it's water, so it absorbs everything from the environment. And often the things that aren't necessarily that clear or spoken about. So Scorpio's got a really interesting relationship with trust and betrayal. And what you may find with Scorpios is this sense of they're able to keep secrets. They're able to hold on to things. And because they keep secrets, there's sometimes a heavy quality to them. And you may know this in your own history if you're holding on to information that you're not sharing to other people. It takes an amount of energy to do that. So if you're not sharing parts of yourself, because the things that we keep secret are often things that we feel afraid to share. Maybe we're worried, we feel guilty, or we feel that we
Ashamed,
might feel
really.
shame. It's something that we've done, or and the Scorpio energy is that of being able to hear the darker aspects of you and what you've done and your behaviors, and keeping that private. But a huge responsibility comes with that. All of us have got the capacity to lie to some extent, whether it's a little lie, like my dog ate my homework, or whether it's a big lie.
Yeah.
Um, Telling someone that you still love them and you don't. Big lies that are kind of you have to deceive yourself to stay within an environment to believe that lie.
I actually think, Kate, that you raised a very interesting point here, because while you were talking, actually, I was reasoning about lies, and sometimes lies are also about what our family did, and we don't want to other people to know what they did. So there is a very strict correlation sometimes that it's not our fault, but it's a fault somehow inherited from what our relatives, our parents, I don't know, our great grandparents, whoever did it in the past. So it is quite an interesting way, of working with lies. It's like those dark secrets that are hidden in families, and they are hushed away, never really spoken, but you feel like there is something there.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes they don't necessarily start from a place of malice. The thing is with a lie, it's a form of self-protection. It's a way of saying my honesty is a threat to myself.
Yeah.
So if I put a lie in place of what's actually true, I'm staying safe, regardless of whatever that is. Now the problem with a lie or a secret is once it's there, you have to create more narratives that support it. So this is why things like this can feel quite heavy. They can carry on through families because the unspoken word is still felt in the body.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Scorpios know this. Scorpios know this. It's often why they're quite distrusting because if they can feel the essence of lies, then it creates a kind of mistrust in human nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's very, very interesting, and actually, it's really, it's such a powerful feeling. I don't trust you because you can hurt me. If it feels like I cannot show you who I really am.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, like the little lies. Like if someone says, "You okay?" and you say, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
And that small lies is protecting you in some way, because you're saying, "I don't want to talk about how I feel." But the honesty piece is where you're saying, "I want you to hear, but you don't feel safe."
Yeah.
I want to tell you how I feel, but I'm worried about the consequence. And that's the second piece of what comes with being in contact with where you lie. Understanding what part of you are you trying to protect by lying, and if you didn't have to have the lie in place, what is the feeling of support that you would need in order for the truth to be there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Very interesting. It's like, is the truth that I want to express being welcomed? If it's not being welcomed, of course, you feel, oh, I need to lie. I need to hide this truth.
Absolutely. And that doesn't come from nowhere. If you look at any of the biblical texts, the religious texts, they all speak of purity. People try and destroy purity in all of the forms in which it's spoken about in spiritual ways.
Yeah.
So truth has got that purity to it. So in some ways we are in contact of those feelings of, if I'm honest, people might want to attack that.
Yeah.
So it's not like it just comes from nowhere.
No.
We all have had an experience of where we've said something truthfully and it hasn't gone so well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm not necessarily you should go around and be completely radically honest, and it would be quite overwhelming to deal with that all in one hit. But it's about being honest with yourself first of all, because even if you can say, look, this is the truth, and I'm going to find one person at least to share this with, it just helps to dissipate some of that holding that you do on your own if you're lying and keeping everything inside.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, Kate, so how do we want to work with such a big theme?
Well, we're going to start with a bit of a meditation.
Okay.
We're just going to let some of what we've discussed land physically and see how we are today. But then we're going to have a little bit of an exploration of where in our lives we want to be completely honest, and how do we protect ourselves to not do so.
Okay.
So when you're ready, you can find somewhere to sit down or lay down, whichever you're more comfortable with right now. And you can let your eyes either close fully, or you can have a soft gaze. And it's okay to move between the two. And letting yourself adjust to the room that you're in and the position that you're in. Letting yourself adjust to all the different sounds you can hear. There might be some sounds that you're drawn to over other sounds. And letting your focus shift to noticing the position of your body and where it's in contact to the surface that it's resting on. And you can let yourself have the whole experience, so there's nothing you should be feeling. You can let it all be here, even the aches and the pains. There might be parts of you that are more comfortable in this position, some parts less so. And sensing into different muscles in your body. So you might be experiencing gravity in some places, like a natural dropping down, feeling of heaviness. And also noticing any places that have got any tightness or restriction in some way. Letting yourself be aware of the muscles around your jaw. And drifting your focus to noticing the rhythm and the movements of your breathing. And it doesn't need to change, you're just noticing the natural length of the inhale and exhale in this moment. And in this place, starting to get a sense of a secret that you've been holding on to. It might be something really quite small, or you might be in touch with a secret you've been holding that's for you quite big. And as I say those words, getting in contact with a secret that you're holding. Or something you're not being honest about with someone. Not saying exactly what you think, not using the words you really want to use. Start to notice what happens with your body. Any sensations around your throat or an impulse to swallow. As you think about holding that secret, notice what happens with your breathing. It might feel shorter or faster, or you might even feel tightening around the areas where you breathe. And noticing any sensations in your muscles. What's that like to hold that secret? Are you holding it in your arms, or does it sit in the pit of your belly? Where do you physically get a sense of holding this secret, these words, this truth? And do you have the sense of hiding it away from someone? If so, how are you doing that with your body? Or how would you do that with your body now if you were demonstrating it? Would you try and cover it with your clothing? Would you hide it behind your back? What are you doing with that secret to keep it safe? And I'd like you to invite the curiosity. Now just listening to this next question. And noticing how your body responds as I say, can you share this secret? And if you can't, why not? And just notice what happens with your body. You might not know why you can't share the secret, or you might instantly feel cold. It might be a sense of fear. There might be a feeling of shame or guilt or burden. And can you hear any judgments you're saying to yourself about what might happen if you share the secret? And this next question, it might not be something that you can answer now or straight away. But just opening up your response to curiosity as I ask you. If you let this secret go, what would change? If if it was safe to share the secret, what would that safety be like? What happens in your body if you were to imagine safely sharing that secret and being able to let it go? And wherever you are with that question, just notice what's happening with your breathing. Feel the contact of your body and the surface it's on. And in this position, just starting to invite a little bit of movement into your shoulders. Taking a few longer inhales and exhales, and just letting a bit of breath and movement come back into your body. And it might be that there's movements your body needs, so you can let them find themselves. Still having a sense of the room that you're in, any objects in the room. Staying in contact with my voice. And just letting your body invite some movement back in. In a moment we're going to come back, letting our eyes open. If you've got a soft gaze, you can just bring a little bit more alert awareness back into your vision. Maybe stretching, letting the rib cage move. Yeah, how are you doing?
Lots of things actually came up connected to secrets, and it can be something as simple as I don't want to share this because this is private, to going back to childhood and being told, don't say that, this is forbidden. So definitely it's something that goes very deep.
Absolutely.
It's very, very, very deep. And in my personal exploration, there was lots of shame associated with secrets.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Because often when we're told to keep something a secret, it's got that threat quality to it.
Yes.
If you share this, this will happen. There'll be a consequence. That It's normally got a kind of negative attachment to it. And when we do something wrong, we get in contact with the feelings of shame.
Yeah.
And depending on the size of the secret and the magnitude of it, like you said earlier, like family secrets, the fear of bringing shame to the whole family, you know. Secrets often they're a bit like guilt, really. They've got this feeling of only I can carry this.
Yeah, and actually that was interesting. It's very interesting that you say that, because when you said, oh, explore how it will be if you let go of the secrets, there was a part of me that was really feeling, oh, but I'm special because I hold the secret.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes we won't share some things. And it's just about having a sense, almost like a physical vocabulary of, this is how it feels to keep something private, and my body knows how to hold that, versus I've been told I have to keep something secret, and it's got a kind of heaviness and a difficult quality to it that makes me in contact with not being authentic with other people. And it's about exploration, like you were doing, Valentina, the sort of the smaller scale things, like I don't know, did you eat your vegetables? Yes. Versus the bigger things, like, you know, large corporations that haven't paid their tax, and the damage to reputation that comes with keeping some secrets, and how detrimental that is for anyone associated to those organizations, or, you know, kind of scandal type quality.
Absolutely. And the fact is, actually, it's not even in the secret itself, but rather in the secret being, you know, unhidden. It's actually, oh, we discovered your secrets. That's where the scandal is. And I was also thinking, we don't realize how many secrets we have held in our lives. And it can be something very easy, something very simple, as, you know, when we were teenagers, don't tell that boy that I like him, or don't tell that girl I like her. So it can be something like this, you know, from more complicated secrets.
Yeah. And ultimately, what secrets do is they keep us away from people.
Yeah.
They disconnect us. So the fear we have if we share a secret is that we are disconnected from another person. But the truth of it is, by not sharing our authentic beliefs, we disempower ourselves and the other person from making their own choice. And when you take away someone's choice, the whole thing just becomes an unauthentic situation. So it's a big subject.
It's a big subject. It's a really big subject. And, you know, I can't help but thinking, who knows what might have happened, you know, if we had told that boy or that girl, you know, actually, I really like you.
Yeah.
Share the secret.
Yes. And there's a very Scorpion quality, actually, that says, if you tell me the truth, I can handle it, but, you know, don't lie to me. If you lie to me, you'll meet my revenge. It's a very Scorpio thing.
The venom.
Yeah, I mean, you can be brutally honest with a Scorpio about some of the things that you've done that you're ashamed of, and they'll go, okay, well, I respect you being honest with me. But if you lie about something even quite insignificant, that the fixation on, but you're not who you say you are, that's, you know, that's a challenging thing for Scorpio energy to handle. Which is why they've become very private. It's where the mistrust comes in.
You know, you were saying that actually makes me think, like, they have the, you know, the lie truth, the truth serum in their venom. You know, kind of, I'll sting you if you don't tell me the truth.
Absolutely.
Which is...
Absolutely. And the protect self-preservation quality of the Scorpio, you know, I'll kill myself before you kill me. So they're so good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Their ability to protect themselves is second to none.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if we think about really the anatomy, we have an insect that actually is able to kill itself. I think
Yeah.
it's quite rare in nature that we find something like this.
Well, yeah, I mean, and all mammals or all animals, full stop, really, are hardwired to survive.
Yeah.
So for something to have its own ability to kill itself, it's quite unique.
It's quite unique.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate, that was amazing. Thank you very much. Definitely lots to think about, lots to journal about. So actually, we advise always our audience to journal. And if you feel like it, come and see us in our Facebook private group. We are there. Even if if you don't see us, it's very Scorpio-like. We have a very Scorpio-like nature. We are there. You don't see us, but we are there. We keep an eye on the Facebook group, and of course, if there are questions or doubts, we are very happy to answer your questions and to engage in the conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wow.
Oof, wonderful. So everyone, thank you very much for being with us this evening. We will see you again very soon, and have a lovely week. Bye for now.